Hey everyone, it's Boog Shambi. Welcome to the show. And here is Sosa to the plate. Meyer back to work. Pitch misses, and that is ball one. Horner aboard here at first with nobody out.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off
Edwards. Here's Lopez for one. Throw to first, but he beat it. Sammy Sosa digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. And a foul ball.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning.
Quick feed to second for one. How about that double play? And here is Sosa to the plate. In the air, left field, down the line, and a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. And now it's going to be Sammy Sosa, 1 for 2. Meyer back to work.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. And now it's 1-2.
2-2.
And misses inside.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Got it. And here is Sosa to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Late on that fastball.
Good pitch
0-1.
right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Just missed. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
In the dirt. In there safely. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And now the right fielder, Sammy Sosa. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. So 2 down, and here is Lou Gehrig.
Yeehaw! It's 0-1.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Makes the turn and heads for second. Safe at second. He uses the swim move to get around the tag. So 2 down. Now here is Lou Gehrig. Hard ground ball, base knob. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit.
Houck back to work. On the ground. Fair ball. Back for more from the Bronx. Now, Anthony Volpe. And that's outside, and it's 1-0.
They're off to a great start, 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important to be airtight defensively. Don't give away extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ball game.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. Aaron Judge in the box now. No balls and a strike. This one in the air. Sale hauls it in, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Swings through that.
Well, he looks to have some quality stuff on the hill today. Start this outing out, pepper in the zone, arm is loose, and firing him in there.
2 outs, base is empty. Caught him looking for the K. One down. Lou Gehrig, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one fouled off. And Gehrig can clean up. Up for that famed murderer's row lineup as the Yankees were rolling off one World Series title after another. Popped up. Festa pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. 2 on, 1 out. Gehrig getting ready to hit. That's towards center. Hauls it in for the out.
With how good these off.
Lou Gehrig stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 in this one. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Ready to go now. Both. Bichette up to the dish. And a curve misses outside. And away we go this afternoon. Swings through that one for strike one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And now it's Dalton Varsho. First pitch misses. Varsho in his 5th season, 28 years old. And he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2017. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. stands in now and watches strike one. In the dirt, tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And we're back. And the batter now, Billy Williams. Gets him to chase after that one.
0-1's the count.
Pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
2 strikes.
On the ground right side, and he takes it himself for the out. So here's Horner now. Nobody on his team has a better batting average than he does, Siggy. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Santander drifts towards it. He makes the grab, and a couple of quick outs. We see Pete Crow Armstrong now. How about this? Both of his parents are actors. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. Right side, Jimenez. Tosses to first. That is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Horton back to work. That one a little bit high, and that's ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. In time to Bush. Leadoff man retired here in the 2nd. Here's Andres Jimenez. And there's the strike. No score here in the 2nd. Off the mark there. And 1-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Out there to center. Crow Armstrong running hard to get it. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. That's outside. Ball 1. This to third, and that's a fair ball. Here's the catcher, Moises Ballesteros. That clips the corner. Bassett with a look to first.
Yeah,
Suzuki
okay,
dives and can't get back in time. He's picked off. And that one fouled off. 1 out, bases empty. That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2. The wind and the pitch. And that one almost got him. Smoked on the ground a second. Slinging it to first in time. Here's Bryant now. Swung on, belted. Deep. That one way back there. And that one's going to land not so much here, but here. That was blasted to the moon. It's 1-0. Now it's going to be Michael Busch. And that one is lifted in the air. And that is that. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Swinging a foul out of play. That's off the mark, and the count even 1-1. On its way to the corner, and that will drop foul. On the ground, right side. Takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down. Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Williams trying to get there. They got it for out number 2. So the lineup flips over, and now Bo Bichette went down on strikes his first time through. Out to short, Horner. Slings to first, and Bichette is retired. And the inning is over. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Alfonso Soriano. Absolutely crushed. And that one is going to land by a van down by the river. A massive home run. It's 2-0. Kyle Tucker in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0. Back to the top of the lineup, Billy Williams. Now at the plate. And he swings over the top there.
Well, these guys doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes it...
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there.
Santander makes the play, and that's the third out. On to the fourth, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1's the count.
And that misses. Ball one.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Out to short. Horner fires over to first.
Out.
That's the first out in the top of the fourth. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. Fastball for a strike.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. 2 down, bases empty. Anthony Santander will hit next. There's a strike. Santander in his 7th season, 30 years old now, and he was born in Venezuela.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss. Bottom 4, now at the plate, Seiya Suzuki. Fought off foul. Swing and a chopper out to short. And he can't come up with it. Man at first. And here's the catcher, Moises. Ballesteros. 0 for 1 so far. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here's Chris Bryant now. He's already homered in this game. Ground ball left side to Jimenez.
He's out.
And that's 2.
If you blink, you might miss it, and that's the magic of the 5-4-3 double play. It happens so fast, which is a huge reason why this is such a delicate sequence. The entire play will break down if one person has bad timing.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Horton back to work. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Jays just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. And first offering is fouled off. Outside with a breaking ball. Next offering is in the dirt. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Next offering down low and in the dirt. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 2 outs, base is empty. George Springer digs in now. Swings and misses. 0-1.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the second baseman, Alfonso Soriano. On the ground to third. Into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's Kyle Tucker. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1, no strikes.
Soriano gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Bassett with a look to first. And he dives back in safely. Now this is in the air down the line. And that's a foul ball. Rips one to right. Just missed it.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Popped in the air. Left field. Santander brings it in. And there's 2 away. Here's Nico Horner. 0 for 2 in this one. Clips the corner, and that is strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Hit on the ground to short. Bichette. They get the force. Out number 3. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And downstairs. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Makes the grab on a leaping play at the wall.
Rob's a potential solo shot right there. That'll fire your team up, but even more so the player. I'm excited to see how they respond.
And next is the designated hitter, Will Wagner. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
One down, base is empty. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Now a great back and forth in that at-bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Grounder might be 2. Soriano over to second. Double play. They can't seem to break through. A new pitcher in the game, Yariel Rodriguez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Hit in the air left field. Santander hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Seiya Suzuki. Liner caught at second.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Ballesteros at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty there. Swung on, belted. That one is back. Adios, pelota. and they add to their lead. It's 4-0. Chris Bryant gets a chance to hit here. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
On the ground, out to short. Throws across the diamond. That ends the frame. And welcome back to the ballpark. At the plate, Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Grounds one to short. Tosses across to first, and 2 away to start the 7th. 2 down, bases empty. Anthony Santander, the next to hit.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
2 outs. He goes down looking. Set for the last half of the 7th. And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. That one the other way. Bichette whips it to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. Alfonso Soriano now at the plate. And a rope into center field, base hit. So man aboard, Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. Swung out, belted deep. That one went back there, and that one's going to land not so much here, but here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 6-0. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Nick Sandlin. He's into the game with the bases empty. Next pitch misses way outside. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Absolutely crushed. And that one is going to land by a van down by the river. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 7-0. Nico Horner will come up to hit. That one is hammered right field. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Absolutely crushed. And that one is going to land by a van down by the river. And they add on. It's 8-0. New arm out of the bullpen, Ryan Burr.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And now Seiya Suzuki. Adios, pelota. He nails one out to right. It's 9-0. And the batter now, Moises Ballesteros. And first offering is fouled off. Burr, 30 years old now, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2015. Up the middle, Jimenez tosses to first. Inning over. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Swings and misses. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. Jimenez, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Swings through that one for strike 2. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Springer now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Line to left. Williams hauls it in to end the inning. Bottom of the 8th. Here's Bryant now. He's already homered here in this one. Burr back to work. A dive. Nice stop. The throw. And that's a great play for the out. So up next, Michael Busch. 0 for 3 in this one. That one drilled left field. Santander makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Alfonso Soriano getting ready to hit. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Right through there for a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Out towards right center field. Varsho after it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Tap foul at the plate.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock on to the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
Swings through that one.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Will Wagner digs in now. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1.
On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself. 2 up, 2 down. 1 out left for the Blue Jays. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. On to first. Ball game.
Really incredible performance on the mound. You know he's going to stew a little bit over that one hit that he gave up, because when you look at the body of work, so dominant. If he'd have made just one better pitch, perhaps he'd have.